Hi guys, so in today's video I'm just going to go over the process of creating elements for colouring books that you can add to the library that I gave away in the last vid. I'll link to that in the description. Basically, it's a bunch of colouring book assets that you merge together, that you put together to create your own colouring book scene. Why is this a good idea? Now, why is this better than just creating a normal AI colouring book image? Because it is. Often when you try to generate just a full colouring book page, it becomes cluttered. It becomes a little bit unusual. In fact, we'll do it now. Colouring book image of a house in a field with a boy and a cat. So often, the colouring book image, it might look good, but when you look at it closely, you'll see that there's elements hanging off the sides of the pages. You'll notice that some of the lines are faint, some of the lines aren't closed. It's very complex. So that might look on the surface like a good image, but when you look closely, there's a lot of shading. There's elements coming in and out of the page, so that means you'll have to put a frame around your book. The lines, if you look there, are a little bit wonky. These bits here don't look very good. It's an okay image, but the more you look, the more you see what's wrong with it. Whereas by doing it this way, you can get as simple or as complex an image as you like. You're in control of it. And it's a simple prompt to start off with. So as I explained in the video where I gave the folder away, we are going to generate individual elements of a scene. We're going to vectorize them, and then we're going to use them to create a unique scene. So there you go. So there's a boy. We'll do the same with a girl. And as you can see straight away, this boy is more detailed than this boy here. And as you can see straight away, this boy is more clear than this boy here. You can vectorize this image, no problem as well. With this, there'll be complications because the lines aren't thick enough. It won't vectorize everything. There's the girl. We'll do a dog. And you can do any element like this. Colouring book image of a blank isolated on a white background. So we've got some images to be getting on with. I'm going to download these and then we'll vectorize them. Now remember, the images from DALL-E will download as a WebPG. Inkscape, the tool that we're going to vectorize in, cannot handle WebP files, so we've got to convert. To do that, it's very easy. Just open it up in Paint or Photo, or even Affinity Publisher. Click to File, Save as PNG. And here we are in Inkscape. The first thing I'm going to do is just pull across the WebP image just to show you that it doesn't work. There you go. Cannot detect the file format. But when we pull in the PNG, it works absolutely fine. So this is the original image. All we're going to do now is trace bitmap. And to open up this trace bitmap window, you just go to Path and then trace bitmap. So these settings are all just as they were standard. Press apply. And there we go, a perfect copy. And if you zoom in, you'll see the original image on the left, pixelated and blurry. As the image would get bigger, the pixelation will become more apparent. You might get away with using this sized image in a colouring book. But the vector is smooth. It also removes any shading because it just picks out the black. So this is our little lad. Vectorized and buttery smooth. We're not finished with him yet, though. There is another step, unfortunately, but it's worth it. What I'll do is I will export this as an SVG now, and I'll pull it into a colouring book scene. So we'll File, Save As, and there you go. It'll just save as an SVG. So here is a fun little scene. There's our new little boy. He looks fine. He looks happy. I'll just flip him around. He's in a garden with a dinosaur. So it looks fine. The problem is he's completely transparent, because when you vectorize the image in Inkscape, it only picks up the black. So the only thing that's vectorized technically is the outline. There's nothing in the middle. There is a way around that. You can do it in Inkscape, but it's not great, and I'll show you why. So we're back in Inkscape. I'm just going to draw a box behind the young boy so we can see what's happening. Just drag it down. So the box is behind him now, so we can see what happens as we're filling. So I'm just going to select white, and then I'm going to select the fill tool, and then we're clicking. So we can just manually transform, fill all of these bits white. It doesn't take long. But what this does in Inkscape is, and you'll see in the layers panel, it creates a new shape in between the vector outlines. And even though the stroke is white and the fill is white, it doesn't quite come to the edge. It leaves little gaps. So that's not ideal. We need to find another way. And the way I do it is in Affinity Designer. So the good thing about the Affinity Suite is that you can, if you own all three of them, you can switch between them without technically leaving Publisher. So now we're just going to fill this guy in. So we'll select the path that we want to be filling in between. Use the Flood Fill tool. If yours isn't in the toolbar, just press R and it pops up. White paint already. There we go. Just start filling in all of the gaps. And as you can see, if I zoom in, there is no outline. So just do this quickly. So it's not ideal, and there might be a faster way to do it. But there we go, just fill in all of these bits, and you've got the colouring book image. There we go, one complete boy. I'll just group all of them together. And now we can export this fella as an SVG. Just do the selection. I'll keep all these the same. So now when we use the image of the little fella, there he is there. Now that process might seem convoluted. It doesn't take very long, and it means that now you've got this little lad saved forever, and you can use him in any of your books. So that is it for today's video. Just a couple of quick ideas on how you can enhance that pack of colouring book assets that I gave away in the last Freebie Friday. Again, I'll link that in the description below. Use it to make unlimited, unique colouring books.